welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing kind of like a walkthrough video, so it's going to be a little bit different than like my voiceover videos. I just wanted it to be more personal, and I wanted to be able to like be here to help you, if that makes any sense. I just feel like it'll be easier for me to explain things and show things if I'm just talking as I'm doing it. But today's video is going to be how to curl your hair with a curling wand. Now, I get a lot of questions on how I curl my hair and kind of like what I do with my hair every day, or every time I curl it I get questions on it, if this is making any sense. Also, I find it really hard when you're first starting out with a wand to like figure out which way to kind of like hold your hand and which way to wrap your hair, and it can be kind of confusing. Today I'm just going to be using the Conair, what is this? 1-inch Conair curling iron, and I am using a curling iron, not a wand, but it really doesn't matter. I'm just not going to be using the clamp, so if you guys don't have a wand, don't feel like you have to go out and buy one to get this look. So without further ado, let's just get right into the video. Okay, so starting out, guys, you're just going to want to part your hair wherever you normally part your hair. I always have like the messiest part of life. It looks like a zigzag part. It's not. I just kind of like go like this and separate my hair. And then I'm just going to be taking all of my hair to the back and then splitting it into two sections. So, by the way, guys, I do have my hair like brushed out. Apparently I don't. Let me get a brush. I thought my hair was brushed out, but apparently it's not. So I'm just going to be like combing through it, make sure there's not any like major snarls in there or anything. Snarls? Does anyone else call it snarls? My mom always calls it that, like, your hair's so snarly, or maybe that's not even a word. So once you have your hair like all smooth, I personally like to start with my left side, so that's like the side with less hair on it. I don't know if that's why, or if it's because it's like opposite of my dominant hand, but I do find that the opposite side to your dominant hand, so if I'm right-handed, my left side of hair is going to be easier to curl with the wand. So if you are just starting out, I recommend starting on the opposite side of your dominant hand. As far as the like side of hair that we're not going to be working on, you can just throw it to the back, or you can secure it with an elastic to make sure it doesn't get like confused with this side. I've been doing this forever, so I'm just going to throw mine to the back and kind of tuck this behind my ear. So now I just have this section to work with. Now, a lot of people like to section off their hair and start from like here, put all of this top section up and just work with the bottom, let a little more down, work with that until all of your hair is down and curled. I personally just like to work with it in two sections. I don't know why. I think that's just preference. So either way, there's definitely still going to be tips in this video that you can learn from. So what I like to do is, starting with this section, I'm going to kind of like take all my hair from the back, like this is like right in the back center of my head, and I'm going to start with these pieces. I'm going to be taking like this first back piece of hair, and I take it on the outside, so like instead of working like under all of this hair, I'm going to take it on the outside. So this is the furthest piece to the back. Now, you're going to be taking the curling iron in your opposite hand of the side that you're curling, and I like to hold it upside down like this. Your arm gets extremely tired, but your arms get really toned, which is awesome. Just find that easier, whereas doing it like this and wrapping it upwards, you're kind of going to lose direction of your hair, and it's going to be harder to release. So I like to go up over my head like this, if you can see what I'm doing, and curl it like that. And like I said, your arm will get tired. As far as beginners go with curling your hair with a wand, I recommend just curling all of your hair away from your face. I just find that that is the most flattering look for most face shapes and looks that you're going for. I just feel like that's a more common way of doing it. So instead of wrapping your hair towards your face, we're going to be wrapping it away from your face. Now, a way to like remember which way the hair is going, because sometimes you just start wrapping and you're like, wait, am I going towards the front? And it's kind of hard to like remember. If the curling iron's here, if we're wrapping, the first wrap is coming towards your face, that means the curl is going to be towards your face. If the first wrap is away from your face, that means the whole curl will be away from your face. So for this first curl, we're going to take our wand up over our head and wrap away from our face and just wrap around the wand. And just be careful. If you see like a little piece sticking out right here that I'm like holding, that's fine. Honestly, if there's like little straight pieces on the end, it gives it a really cool look anyway, and you really can't tell as long as it's only like an inch or so. So I'm just going to wait about 10 seconds, and then I like to kind of release it in my hand and shake it out because it's going to be super hot when you release it. So if you just let it go, it's just going to fall straight. I just like to shake it. If your hair does not hold curl well, I recommend giving it a little spritz of hairspray right now and really letting it cool off. My hair holds curl pretty well, so at this point, I'm just going to take this curl and let it fall to the back. So I kind of have this really boingy, springy curl, and I just throw it to the back and then we'll deal with it later. I'm just going to take another piece like the one furthest to the back. So this is now our piece that is furthest to the back, and I'm going to be taking my curling wand up over my head, wrapping away from my face, and then wrapping right around the wand. I'm holding it for about 10 seconds or so. Maybe it's longer. It's hard to tell when you're doing it. Ouch. And then just releasing it. I'll show you one more time. Taking the wand up over our head, away from our face, wrapping it around. And I do just want to mention, guys, that this Conair curling iron is just the 1-inch Conair curling iron from Target. It was like $20. This thing, it says 400 degrees, but this thing gets so hot. It actually curls my hair better than any other curling iron I've ever had. I have the Hot Tools curling iron. It's like the 1 1/4 inch, and it does not curl my hair nearly as well as this one does. I mean, it takes me so much longer, and the curls do not hold nearly as long as it does with this one. So if you guys are looking for a new curling iron or your first curling iron, a good one is the Infinity Pro Conair 1-inch curling iron. You can do a lot of things with this, create a lot of looks, and your curls will hold very well with this. So I'm just going to continue doing this, guys, and I will probably speed it up in like my editing process, but I'll slow it back down when it gets to the front just so I can talk you through that part to make sure that these pieces look really nice in the front. Hello? What are you doing?
Hi.
Hi.
You feeling?
Yeah.
Oh, you look ready.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I gotta put pants on. You can come say hi.
Hey. You doing?
I have lipstick on.
I know.
What are you doing?
Just came home, man.
Hi. Okay, so like I said, once you get to the front, you're going to want to focus on these pieces a little bit more just because they are the ones that are going to be framing your face. I'm just going to be taking these ones, and I want to make sure to curl this, like instead of curling it close to the root, I'm just going to be like lightly curling it like halfway up. So instead of like going all the way up here, I'm going to kind of just curl it from like here down, and I'm also going to leave like a straighter piece out right here, and then release. And I just like these pieces to be a little bit like looser. They just tend to frame your face a little bit better when it's not like in a ringlet. So I'm just going to do the same thing with this last piece. Just kind of curl it in the very center of the piece and not hold it for as long, and then and then just release it and kind of comb it out. See, now that kind of gives it like a nice like flow to it. That way it's not too curled around your face. So then before we start this section, I'm just going to be taking this side, which is all curled, and just kind of combing it through. At this point, it's pretty cooled off, but it's not going to be like stuck in place, so you can still kind of comb them out and give it like a less like uniform look. For this side, this is on the same side as your dominant hand, so it's going to feel a little bit funky. Maybe for you, this will actually be your better side for some reason. We're going to be doing the same thing and taking the piece furthest to the back, and then taking the wand with our, now this is my left hand, and going up, over, and curling away. So you guys know that whatever side is harder for you, that side is going to feel really awkward, and it's going to feel like maybe you're not doing it right. But honestly, you're fine as long as you're doing the up over your head method with the opposite hand of this side. I'm just saying that there's other ways you can do it, but I find that that is the easiest way, and the easiest way to remember which way to wrap the hair and all of that. It just creates a more organized system. done curling, you're just going to go ahead. I have hair on my lip. Just going to go ahead and kind of shake it out, and again, just comb it out like we did the other side, and it should look something like this. Then you can just combine the pieces and kind of shake it all out. You can flip your head upside down if you want and back over. You can tease your hair. You can add some hairspray or texturizing like mousse or anything like that. I normally will just tease mine a little bit at the crown and then leave it. I don't really use hairspray or anything like that. And then normally I will just sleep on it for a couple of nights, and it'll just kind of like the curls get a little bit looser and looser, but they still look good the next day. So yeah, guys, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.